Acting National Police Commissioner Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi says suspending the crime intelligence head Richard Mdluli is not an option at this stage. Mkhwanazi says shifting Mdluli to another division in the SAPS is a temporary move pending internal investigations. Yesterday, Police Minister Nathi Mthethwa said the task team that he'd put together to investigate allegations around a letter Mdluli apparently wrote to him was set to begin its work. Mdluli was suspended last year following charges of fraud and murder, but the charges against him were dropped and he was reinstated to his position. Fresh allegations of abusing secret funds are now being investigated. Mkhwanazi will take over the Crime Intelligence Unit. He says they will adhere to the Labour Relations Act in their handling of the Mdluli case.
It is damaging. The allegations are serious. Therefore, we had to act, follow the process. It is a very serious allegation. I'm myself concerned, and so is many of our colleagues that are concerned about it. We are doing everything that we can within the rules that are governing our disciplinary code.
The Home Affairs Department says it will take 3 to 4 years to phase out the current green barcoded identity document, which will be replaced by a new-look smart card. Security features in the envisaged smart card will make it difficult to forge. Home Affairs Director General Kumkhuseli Apleni says at least 10 million cards will be printed every year.
In terms of our population, plus minus 30 million people are currently having ID books. So for us, we are planning to come up with a machine which can have a capacity of printing about 10 million cards per annum. So taking into that, so we're estimating that in a period of 3 to 4 years, we should be over with the green barcoded ID books.
In other parts of the continent, former UN Secretary-General and Chairperson of the Africa Progress Panel, Kofi Annan, has called on African leaders to focus on inclusive growth and development of young people. He's been participating in a panel discussion of co-chairpersons of the World Economic Forum in the Ethiopian capital Addis Ababa. Other co-chairpersons include Chairperson of the Industrial Development Corporation, Mondla Hlahla, and President of the African Development Bank, Donald Kwaberuga. Annan says growth without equity could be disastrous.
There are inequalities growing in Africa that we should all be concerned about. We cannot claim to be developing and moving ahead when we are leaving millions behind. I believe growth without equity could lead to disaster if we don't take care of it. And I would suggest that we should, as Africans, focus on the young people. We tend to focus on interest rates, inflation rates and others, but we don't often ask ourselves, do our policies create jobs for the young?
Overseas, search teams in Indonesia have found the wreckage of a Russian airliner which disappeared near a large volcano south of the capital, Jakarta. The plane took off on Wednesday on a demonstration flight with more than 40 mostly Indonesian passengers on board, including potential buyers and journalists. Officials have confirmed that the plane's debris has been located on the site of the volcano. The BBC's Karishma Vaswawi has more.
Indonesian officials say the Russian-made jet was spotted by a helicopter during an aerial search early Thursday morning. No other details have been made clear yet, but a search and rescue operation is ongoing. Meanwhile, during a nationally televised press conference, the Indonesian President Susilo Bambang Yudhoyono has said it is very likely the plane has crashed and has called for a thorough investigation into what happened.
Back home, South African women's magazine True Love has celebrated its 40th birthday in style at a party held in Johannesburg, where celebrities and past cover models joined in the celebration. The magazine was first published in 1972. Editor Lerato Chabalala says True Love is South Africa's iconic fashion, beauty and lifestyle magazine for smart and sassy black women.
Highlights would be, we'll always have an in-depth story, which is something quite serious. Tells you something you wouldn't know. We have a picture story every issue that celebrates black South African life. The brand for me, True Love, is a very strong brand. It's one of those brands that is enduring, and one of the best things about being a South African woman.
Recapping the top story, the Board of Inquiry tasked with establishing whether suspended National Police Commissioner Bheki Cele is fit to hold office has confirmed that it's ready to submit its report to President Jacob Zuma.